Hello students, hope you all are doing great. In this class, I would like to explain about the soil erosion, in which types of erosion and what are the two types, and about the water erosion and also about wind erosion, and I'll give the equation of universal soil loss equation. So let us see what are the types of erosion. So these are the two types. The first one is geological erosion, the next one is accelerated erosion. If you look at the terms geological and accelerator, so in geological, that is nothing but in the beginning, if you see, that means if you study the soil science of the topic called rocks and minerals, how rocks are formed and how soil get formed from the rocks, that is nothing but the geological erosion. As years pass by, as days pass by, from the rocks, because of the weathering process, you know that the meaning of weathering. So because of the weathering, maybe due to rainfall, due to sunlight, or due to wind, maybe the different agents, so the rocks, when they get converted into the soil, or when they get rubbed out and when they become soil, that is called nothing but the geological erosion, the first step of erosion. It may be due to rainfall or batic or abatic interference. Then the accelerator erosion, that means after geological erosion, the next step is accelerated erosion by involving of man, animal or abiotic factors. So these are the two types, but as of now much accelerator erosion is going on. So in this accelerator erosion, maybe water erosion or wind erosion due to man or due to other factors like sun, high temperature or low temperature, different factors are there, but major two factors are water erosion and the wind erosion. Let us see about the water erosion. The meaning of water erosion, already I have explained in the previous class the definition of soil erosion. And when soil erosion, when it happens due to the agent called water, this is the process which will happen. First, detachment of the soil particle. Once it get detached, the soil particle, it will transport from one place to the other place. The next step is, after detachment, transportation. After transportation, when that particular location comes where there is no movement of water, when like river or the pond where water will come and accumulate, that place the soil particles also will get deposited. That's why the next step is deposition. So detachment, when raindrop hits the water, soil particles will get detached and the soil particle will be transported and it will be deposited in any place where water will get stagnated. So detachment, transportation and deposition, these three steps are very important for. If you look at the process, how this water erosion will happen, so in a day, if we receive more than 5 centimeters per day, then only runoff will happen. When runoff will happen along with the water, the runoff is nothing but the movement of water from one place to the other place. So when runoff starts, along with the runoff water, the soil particles also will move. So to start runoff in a day, minimum 5 centimeters rainfall is required. If we receive 1.25 centimeters below of which in a day, usually this soil erosion will not happen. So minimum 5 centimeters or more or less. So minimum is 5 centimeters per day. When this rainfall comes, then only water erosion will happen. So when raindrop hits the soil at the speed of 9 meters per second, then only soil particle will get detached. This is also one of the important blank. When rainfall comes and hits the soil surface with the speed or velocity of 9 meters per second, that raindrop can easily detach the soil particles or disturb the soil particles. Then the next one is, what are the forms or types of soil erosion caused by the water? So these are the 6 types of water erosion which are caused to the soil. So the first one is sheet erosion, the second one is rill erosion, the third one is gully erosion, the fourth one is ravines, the fifth one is landslides, and the last one is stream bank erosion. If you look at the sheet erosion, it is nothing but the thin layer of topmost layer of the soil. If it is get eroded, that is called sheet erosion. That's why they named it as sheet. A thin layer of the surface of the soil will get eroded due to the water. That is called sheet erosion. So it is not much damage to the soil, but topmost layer of the soil minerals will get eroded. Then the next one is rill erosion. This is first step after sheet erosion. If erosion is continuous and also rainfall is coming continuously, if we see, then rill erosion. This is the second step of rill so water erosion, that is rill erosion. That means small channels. If you see in the field, if you look at the field, it like irrigation channels, small channels will come due to high rainfall. In the channel, along with the channel, soil also will get eroded. So it can be easily controlled by plowing, and also we can go for any type of crop. So this rill erosion requires plowing. Then the next one is gully erosion. Gully erosion is the next step of rill erosion, the third step. That means if really rainfall is continually happens in the field, that means then these channels will become widen. So when channels become wide, absolutely they will come like gullies. That means it's something like brooks, we can say brook. That means bigger, and the channels also cannot be managed by going for plowing or any other practices. These gullies cannot be destroyed unless we go for proper management practices, where we need to go for high investment in the field. Then the next one is ravines. Ravines are nothing but like small rivers or lakes where, okay, not big rivers but very small, where we cannot go for any farming practices. We have to leave that particular place for the movement of water. To such an extent, ravines will form. These all will happen especially when floods come. When floods come, these are the things will happen. It will be widened like anything where water needs to go. Then the next one is landslides. Landslides, these all will happen especially in the mountain areas. You know that in the mountain areas, when very high rainfall comes, big rocks will fall on the roads or in the forest or anywhere. Those falling of not only rocks, even the big amount of soil also will get detached and also fall on the people. That's why the people, those who are living on the edges of the mountains, will be destroyed when landslides happen. That's why they need to be very careful during the rainy season. So landslides, this is the example, mountain sites. Then the last one is stream bank erosion. Stream bank erosion means if you look at any river or any lake during the rainy seasons, when very high intensity rain comes, absolutely the water in the lake or the streams or the rivers, water also will increase. When it is increasing beyond its capacity, for example, just imagine this is the river, water is moving towards the one side. So when water is moving up to the borders, and still the incoming amount of water is too high. So what they will do, they will just cut the edges and they will extend up to this, because the amount of water or the inflow is very high. When inflow is very high, absolutely they have to widen their own area. So that is called stream bank erosion. That means the edges of the banks will be extended. That extended because of the soil erosion only, it can be extended. That's why they consider it to be a stream bank